I always wanted to know who the best player was on tour, simply because I wanted to actually work as hard. And then I ran into George Knudson out of Canada, and I watched him hit the golf ball. I watched him with the wide stance, taking the club back way inside, releasing the club. One of the greatest ball strikers I'd ever seen.
Hey guys, top of the morning to you. I'm about to head out to the golf course and I'm excited as ever. I'm going to be meeting my student Brian, who came in from Dallas for day 2 of a mini intensive. And I'll tell you, we have really condensed what I teach down into really 5 lessons. We went through the whole thing yesterday, and I used to teach 20 lessons at my intensive, but yesterday it was just the claw, the magical 4 inches, backswing, weight shift, and figure 8. And that's pretty much it. And then you just refine those 5 things. And we went out and played 9 holes. The greens were punched. They were super furry. The ball was rolling like a Plinko machine, and I still shot 36.
It's very simple, very few thoughts, very few moving parts. But more importantly, it's easy to do while trying to hit a golf ball.
But we had a wonderful time, and Brian hit some really great shots. And one of the things I think is incredible is by learning the over-the-top miracle swing, it ironed out a bunch of things that we wanted to address in Brian's golf swing, and he's really come a long way. So today we're going to talk about George Knudson.
I can tell you that George Knudson is one of the finest ball strikers ever.
And George Knudson is one of the greatest ball strikers of the mid-20th century. And in fact, Lee Trevino said he's one of the best ball strikers he ever saw. Now, George has an inside over-the-top golf swing, and he delivers the club, I think, more like Gary Player does. Gary Player told me that he wants the club going towards the target, and he doesn't want to suck it in too far to the left like a lot of the top pros are doing today. And I think George did it that way. Now, when I do my OTT golf swing and swing out towards the target, it usually produces a draw because I take it in really deep to the inside. And a draw is my natural pattern, so I feel comfortable with it. But if I really go over the top, I can hit a fade. So I'm going to be trying to get more comfortable with a fade as I move forward. But enjoy this little analysis of George Knudson's amazing over-the-top miracle golf swing. George Knudson is one of the great ball strikers of the mid-20th century. A lot of people talk about him in association with Ben Hogan. He clearly loads so hard into his right leg and makes an early transition to his left, keeping his head behind the ball the entire way. Now, if we look at this swing from down the line, we can get a real clear view of his over-the-top handle move. As we take it back to P2, we can see that the club is inside and his upper left arm is still connected. He lifts the club up. As he swings down, the club flattens out, and he has a generous over-the-top position. And we notice as well the divot is moving left. This is what we see in better golfers, and that left divot is a clue as to how the club is exiting. Now, if we look at Mr. Knudson on this backboard trace, we can really get a good idea of his lateral motion in the swing, but it's even better when we look from the front. At P2, we can see that he has taken the club inside and his upper left arm is connected. As he gets to the top of the swing, he's going to transition left very hard, and down the line we can see P6 is very far outside of his hands at P2. Another wonderful over-the-top miracle golf swing. Do you have trouble slicing the golf ball? How many times have you heard people tell you you're swinging over the top? That's your problem. What if I told you the natural motion of swinging over the top is actually the best way to hit the golf ball? Would you think I'm crazy? Well, I'm here today to tell you about the over-the-top miracle. The best part is it's a natural motion based on a throw.
what I worked on there was trying to get as far back as I could inside, tried to stay down through the ball.
Do you think you picked up some yardage since we've been working on this stuff?
On the driver, at least 50 to 60 yards.
It's dynamite.
It's crazy.
You don't have to be stuck with an over-the-top slice. That's why I created the new video, the Over-the-Top Miracle. Transform your game with the Over-the-Top Miracle Swing at myswingevolution.com.